Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The topic of our discussion today is type 3 hypersensitivity reaction. Type 3 hypersensitivity reaction is an immune complex mediated injury to cells and tissues which results in inflammation. So immune complexes are antigen antibody complexes which are deposited either in blood vessels or in extravascular areas such as joints and glomeruli. So these immune complexes deposited in these areas recruit leukocytes which result in inflammation. So the antigens in these immune complexes are either intrinsic, such as in autoimmune diseases, or they may be extrinsic, such as exotoxin produced by group A beta hemolytic streptococci in post-streptococcal glomerulonephritis. So the inflammation caused by immune complexes can either be systemic, which means it involves complete body, such as in SLE and acute serum sickness. Or this inflammation could be localized to specific sites, such as joints or glomeruli. So coming on towards the pathogenesis, type 3 hypersensitivity reaction is composed of three phases. Phase 1 is the formation of immune complexes which are also known as antigen antibody complexes. Phase 2 is the deposition of these immune complexes in blood vessels or extravascular spaces. And phase 3 is recruitment of inflammatory cells to the site of antigen antibody complex deposition and tissue injury resulting in inflammation. Phase 1 of type 1 hypersensitivity typically begins in almost 7 days after the exposure to the antigen. So antigens are released in the blood which bind to B cells. So B cells ultimately produce specific antibodies against these antigens, and these antibodies are released in the blood. These specific antibodies react with the antigens and form antigen antibody complex or immune complex. As you can see here, these are the antigens which are bound to B cells. So B cells are converted into the plasma cells. Plasma cells secrete specific antibodies against these antigens. These antibodies bind to the free antigens and form immune complexes or antigen antibody complex. In the second phase, the immune complexes are deposited in either blood vessels or localized areas outside the blood vessels, such as synovial joints. In most cases, the immune complexes deposit in the high pressure filtration areas, such as synovial joints, where high pressure blood filtration results in production of synovial fluid. Another such site is glomeruli in the kidney, where high pressure of the blood filtration results in production of urine. So after the deposition of immune complexes at specific sites, these immune complexes activate the complement system. Complement system activation results in production of many activated complements such as C3b. C3b is a chemotactic factor which recruits the leukocytes to the site of antigen antibody complexes. So leukocytes are recruited at the sites and the leukocytes attach to the antibodies at Fc receptors. As you can see here, these are the immune complexes and these are complements. So antigen antibody complex results in the activation of the complements which produces C3b complements. C3b complements are chemotactic and they recruit neutrophils at the site of antigen antibody complexes. These neutrophils get attached to the antibodies by Fc receptors. In addition to Fc receptors, neutrophils also have C3b complement receptor, which attaches to C3b complement. So once the neutrophils are attached to the antibodies through Fc receptors, neutrophils get activated. As you can see here, this is an activated neutrophil. So the activated neutrophils release certain proteolytic enzymes and reactive oxygen species. So these lysosomal proteolytic enzymes and reactive oxygen species result in cell damage, ultimately leading to inflammation. As you can see here, the antigen-antibody complex is deposited in the blood vessels. So ultimate result is the damage to the vascular wall, resulting in vasculitis. Phase 3 of type 3 hypersensitivity reaction typically begins in almost 10 days after the exposure to antigen. The examples of type 3 hypersensitivity reaction include systemic lupus erythematosus or SLE. Anti-nuclear antibodies are produced in SLE and they result in a systemic type 3 hypersensitivity reaction. Post-streptococcal glomerulonephritis occurs due to exotoxin from group A beta hemolytic streptococci and it results in nephritic syndrome. Post-streptococcal glomerulonephritis is an example of localized type 3 hypersensitivity reaction. Polyarthritis nodosa and reactive arthritis are also examples of localized type 3 hypersensitivity reaction. In case of polyarthritis nodosa, hepatitis B virus infections serve to provide antigen. Whereas in case of reactive arthritis, exotoxin produced by the Yersinia bacteria acts as an antigen. Another classical example of systemic type 3 hypersensitivity reaction is serum sickness syndrome. Serum sickness syndrome occurs as a result of protein immunoglobulins administration. The immune complexes can be demonstrated on electron microscopy, where they form electron-dense masses. Moreover, immunofluorescent microscopy reveals granular deposition of immune complexes or antigen-antibody complex. So this concludes our section about type 3 hypersensitivity reaction. If you have any questions, do let us know in the comment section. Thank you.